The Nightbeat starts right now.
The cold front is here, and it's bringing some very windy conditions with it. It's already impacting some Halloween displays. We're going to show you the city of San Antonio combating crime in a unique way, how they hope to shine a light on the situation, maybe even in your neighborhood. Plus, a Texas Ranger now called out for his response or lack of it at Robb Elementary. What surveillance cameras caught him doing. But first, new images coming in following that strong line of storms. Take a look at these 18-wheelers that look like they were blown over as the cold front blew through near the Jarrell area. That's north of Austin. Lisa Monahan took this picture tonight. Here at home, the cold front blew into San Antonio quickly, and you can actually see how it swept over San Antonio in just the past half hour. Take a look at this. A lot of residents prepared ahead and tied down their Halloween decor. They were listening to Adam Caskey. Marcos Medina says he put some of his props away and staked down other decorations. He's hoping for the best tonight. Speaking of Adam Caskey, let's bring him in right now. Adam, how are these winds looking tonight? And is it safe to call these winds of change?
Yes, absolutely. It's going to blow in more fall-like air. It's going to be a return to fall-like conditions. And we're talking non-thunderstorm wind gusts already up to 44 miles per hour at the airport, likely to get even higher than that later tonight. I do want to point out we have a severe thunderstorm warning that still has about 15 minutes left on it. This is for this line of storms that's crossing over I-35 right now, and it includes all of Comal County, but Canyon Lake, your thunderstorm activity has passed, moving into New Braunfels towards Seguin. It does include a good portion of Guadalupe County, Hayes and Caldwell counties. Now this is flying along. I mean, zipping along at 55 miles per hour, a very fast moving line as a result of the strong winds behind that front. So to time this out for some folks, at least when you could see some of the thunderstorm activity, Marion at about, well, momentarily, Navarro High School, same story. Seguin at about 10:10, Luling at about 10:19, and then you get to Gonzales by about 10:37 p.m. Right now, there's the potential for wind gusts up to 60 miles per hour right along the leading edge of this, which is now moving into Zorn, Redwood as well. The radar site near the airport and the National Weather Service office in New Braunfels, and also the leading edge heading into Marion, Cibolo, Steele High School, and the heavy rain stretching back toward I-35. Again, this is moving very quickly, so maybe a quarter of an inch of rain for some lucky folks, and I think that would be the extent of it. Put this into motion really quickly for you. There you go. There's that activity pushing eastward quickly. We'll be back in a little bit to show you the future cast, talk about how much rain east of town, how long it's going to last, and more on those gusty winds, because we could see some areas of 50-plus mile per hour gusts for part of the day tomorrow. We'll break it down for you in a bit.
All right, thanks, Adam. Let's get to some breaking news tonight. Another law enforcement officer facing fallout in Uvalde. CNN is reporting the Department of Public Safety suspended Texas Ranger Christopher Ryan Kindle for the actions he failed to take during the response at Robb Elementary. Kindle was seen on surveillance camera, often talking on his phone both inside and outside of the school. He told investigators he was giving updates to his bosses. Sources say he had no discussions about options to breach the classroom. He's one of 7 DPS officers under investigation by the DPS Inspector General. Just last week, Juan Maldonado was fired after the investigation into his case was complete. Crimson Elizondo also under investigation. She actually left DPS to take a job as an officer for the Uvalde School District, but was later fired. Today marks 5 months since that tragedy at Robb Elementary. 5 months since 19 children and 2 teachers were murdered. Their families fighting to keep their loved ones' names alive. The 19's Lily Waldman spoke with the mom of Maite Rodriguez about a festival they are organizing to try to do just that.
The families of the Uvalde victims are working together on a special project.
Just something that brings happiness out of such a tragic situation. Somewhere where people can go and have fun and laugh and dance and, remember them.
It's called the Remember Their Names Festival, and it's happening this Sunday, October 30th at the County Fairplex.
We want everybody to come together and do this for the lives that were lost.
Lives like 10-year-old Maite Rodriguez, Anna's daughter. They did just about everything together. Anna says Maite was her best friend.
I'm blessed that she was a girl. God knew that I needed a girl.
These green Converse are significant. Maite was identified solely through her shoes. They mean a lot to Anna, which is why she's raffling off a pair as a part of the festival.
And I also just want them to know that a 10-year-old girl who wanted to be a marine biologist wore shoes like these. And they were her favorite color.
The other victims will be honored in different ways. There will be a cook-off for Irma and Joe, an art contest for A-Marie, Alithia, and Miranda, karaoke for Eva, and a softball tournament for Tess, Lexi, McKenna, Eliana, Nevaeh, and Jose. All of the money raised going towards scholarships for Uvalde High School seniors. 21 will be for a loved one that was lost, and then one for in the honor of the surviving children. Seniors will need to write a short essay, and each family will pick the recipient of their loved one's scholarship. It's a tall task, but Anna knows it's what Maite would want. Our kiddos won't get scholarships or get to go to school, but they can be a part of somebody else receiving a scholarship and going to school. Lee Waldman, KSAT 12 News.
Remember their names. Well, new on the Nightbeat, more light, less crime, less crashes. It's a goal of the city, and the city hopes more street lights can actually help. They are willing to spend nearly $6 million on this project. So can your neighborhood join in? The Night Team's Patty Santos tells us what criteria neighborhoods will have to meet in order to join.
When the sun goes down in the Sunrise community, Oralia Rico says darkness creeps in over her neighborhood.
There's no light over here, just that little one. You can't see anything.
Criminal activity then follows. Here's her proof.
The truck received a lot of bullet holes, and there's some in the front and on the tire. And then there's some all over the carport.
She says neighbors have put up cameras, but with limited street lighting, it does little to help. This community is one of the first District 2 is vouching for to get more street lights as part of a new program.
Now we're looking at crime data, areas around schools, areas where traffic accidents have occurred.
Michael Shannon with the city of San Antonio says subdivisions older than 50 years old, areas with high crime, or roads prone to vehicle crashes will be prioritized.
We looked at all the residential streets, over 3,200 miles of streets.
18 of the first 200 streetlights ordered have been installed. 6 of them around this sharp curve on Southton Road.
We still are very concerned about our areas, especially concentrating around our schools.
Eastsider Michelle Daniels says every community plagued by crime or traffic death should advocate to be on top of the list.
If you are living in an area and you know it is plagued by darkness and it has crime, please call your district.
And the city really needs a right-of-way permission in order to install these street lights. So that is where the delay sometimes comes in. They say they cannot get a hold of the property owners. Now, if you want to find out if your community is in one of those darkness gaps, we actually have the map from the city on our website, ksat.com. Steve?
Thank you, Patty. For the first time, we're expecting to hear from the parents of Eric Cantu tomorrow. The 17-year-old put on life support after a now fired San Antonio police officer shot multiple rounds at him in a McDonald's parking lot, hitting him several times. The family's new high-profile attorney, Ben Crump, also expected to speak at tomorrow's news conference. You can count on KSAT to bring you that conference tomorrow. It's supposed to start around 11 a.m. We will have it on KSAT.com and, of course, report on it during our newscasts. Thousands of Bexar County voters wasting no time casting a ballot, but how does that compare to years past? Well, today, 32,005 votes were cast on the first day of early voting. That's according to the Bexar County Elections Office. So let's compare that to last midterm back in 2018. On the first day of early voting, a little more than 34,000 ballots were cast then. That's 2,015 more votes than today. Now, if you're wondering how many total votes were cast in the last midterm, more than 551,000 votes were cast in 2018. That's early voting and election day. We're going to have to wait to see how that compares to the turnout this year after all the ballots are cast. Remember, early voting continues through November 4th. Election day is on November 8th. The race for Bexar County Judge 1, many are following, especially after a controversial exchange between both candidates. Republican candidate and former County Commissioner Trish DeBerry referred to her opponent, Democratic candidate Judge Peter Sakai, as Dr. No during a recent forum. Sakai asked for clarification on what she meant when she referred to him as the James Bond villain. Take a look.
Reference to Dr. No means what? You said no to the Bexar County Jail and moving it out of the west side. You said no to a downtown baseball stadium. You won't even entertain the idea. And you talk about legacy.
So why can't you call me Peter or Judge Sakai? I take offense to Dr. No.
Today, the Chinese American Citizens Alliance released a statement claiming DeBerry used the name as a racial reference because the character is an Asian villain. Trish DeBerry has since responded saying in part, quote, "I don't think about Peter's race in any policy debate or interaction. It's off limits and irrelevant. I focus on his total opposition to bold ideas that move this county forward," end quote. In a statement from Judge Sakai, he said in part the statements from the Chinese American Citizens Alliance, quote, "capture the hurt caused by my opponent's insensitive remarks. I've committed to running a positive campaign, and I've honored that commitment to not engage in name calling," end quote. To read both candidates' full statements, head to KSAT.com. They found it buried in a backyard. A convertible car that police dug up behind a mansion. Was a crime involved in all this? The test for human remains coming up on the Nightbeat. Plus, a judge now making a trial against a former San Antonio police officer more difficult for prosecutors. The evidence that's been barred from the courtroom coming up. We're also, of course, keeping an eye on the cold front and the potential for storms this evening. We're going to check back in with meteorologist Adam Caskey, get some timing on all this as the Nightbeat continues. Next. Now for a look at some of today's big headlines in your Nightbeat News Flash. A man stabbed while bagging up his groceries. It happened at a local HEB checkout. Police said the man was wrapping up his purchase when he was stabbed. It was a self-checkout line. It happened Sunday afternoon at the HEB near Loop 410 and Valley High Drive on the city's west side. The victim expected to recover. He told police the stabbing was unprovoked. Officers are still looking for the suspect. A trial against a former San Antonio police officer in jeopardy. Eric Rodriguez is facing charges of child pornography and bribery. A judge ruled evidence in this case was improperly obtained. Well, court documents show a detective admitted she left out information in a warrant for the former officer's phone. There's also a discrepancy on who signed that warrant. A judge ruled evidence from a second warrant must also be left out of the court proceedings since it depended on the first warrant. Prosecutors could appeal this ruling, though. Emmy-winning actor Leslie Jordan died today at the age of 67. The Los Angeles Times reporting he was involved in a car crash in Hollywood this morning. The comedian and actor is known for his roles on Will and Grace and American Horror Story. He also gained a new following on social media for his posts on Instagram and TikTok that featured his Southern drawl and how he was dealing with unique experiences growing up during the pandemic as well as working in Hollywood. And that's a look at your Nightbeat News Flash. The threat of so-called Scrabble COVID variants, flu and RSV, have doctors sending out an alert tonight. They urge you to get the flu and COVID vaccines. But right now, RSV is the leading cause of hospitalizations, with cases taking up most pediatric beds. It's affecting our kids. One San Antonio mother says the virus sent her 5-month-old daughter straight to the emergency room.
I brought her here and they put her on oxygen and decided to keep her. After they admitted her, she kept getting worse and worse.
It took weeks for her daughter to recover. Doctors attribute the rise in illnesses to less mask wearing. They also urge people to wash their hands, cover their coughs, clean frequently touched surfaces as well. And now to that mystery buried behind a mansion. Police in Northern California dug up a convertible stolen 30 years ago. Today, tests confirmed there were no human remains buried on site, but it's still unclear why someone would bury this car in the first place. The new homeowners of the mansion called police during a landscaping project in Silicon Valley last week. Cadaver dogs gave slight notification something may be there, but today's processing didn't find any remains. This man actually lives just a street away from all this activity.
That can happen anywhere, I guess, but I guess it can't be a crime scene unless they find some bones or something, remains.
Now, officers say a crime was committed, but it's not clear by who. The car was reported stolen back in 1992, buried 4 to 5 feet underground. The Associated Press reports a man named Johnny Liu built the home and lived there in the 1990s. They also report Liu had an arrest record for murder, attempted murder, and insurance fraud, though police have not said whether that car was actually registered to him. Investigators believe the convertible was buried before the current owners even bought the home. All right, want to show you something we're trying out over the next few days. Our live cam giving us a look at a Halloween display on the city's west side. This is on Haverhill Drive near Manor Drive. The homeowners going all out with this Halloween. This is a live picture from their front yard. Bravo, I say.
I've noticed people really going more all out this year than years past. I feel like that's becoming the trend. I like to see it, kind of like Christmas lights. People are going all out with the Halloween decorations.
It's going to be hard to top that one, but we'll see in the coming days if we see some.
We'll have more for our live cam on the Nightbeat. I do want to point out, severe thunderstorm warning has been extended eastward, and this is for now Gonzales County, even, of course, remaining portions of Guadalupe County, Gonzales County, Caldwell County, and this warning is until 11:15 p.m. for those areas. It's because the leading edge of these storms could have wind gusts up to 60 miles per hour. Notice this line of storm stretches all the way north of Austin and toward College Station right now. So let's plot this out for some of the locations downstream from the leading edge of these storms, where again you could have those 60 mile per hour wind gusts. And these storms are flying along. We're talking 55 miles per hour. Typically we don't see them moving this fast, but occasionally they do, and it's also kind of an indicator of how strong the winds are going to be on the backside of this front. Harwood at 10:32 p.m., Gonzales at 10:43 p.m., Moulton at 10:55 p.m., and Shiner by about 11:01 p.m. You'd see the leading edge of this activity once it makes it to your neck of the woods. So let's look farther south down this line, and we've had a little bit of development in San Antonio. You can probably hear the rain outside. Windcrest area up toward Wetmore. We're talking just within 1604 on the northeast side of town. But this isn't going to add up to a whole lot, maybe a tenth of an inch here and there, even stretching down toward Kirby and Alamo Heights. But this is the southern extent of the line right now. I anticipate, as this line moves eastward, to see further development southward. Once it gets east of I-35, I do think we'll start to see more development southward, possibly even toward Floresville within the next hour or so. Okay, so that's the severe thunderstorm because of the leading edge could have those 60 mile per hour gusts. That's north of San Antonio. Here's our future cast. It's pretty much spot on. 10 o'clock there, just clipping Bexar County. Then you get to 11 o'clock and start to see that development southward toward Pleasanton, Floresville, Gonzales. 11 p.m., Karnes County, parts of Wilson County, and especially into DeWitt County and Lavaca County. Hallettsville probably getting in on the action by about midnight-ish, give or take. And the rain should fill in and become a little more numerous over the next couple of hours before it's over with by about 2-3 a.m. That is for our eastern counties. San Antonio, it's going to be over with within 45 minutes or so. But take a look at our wind gust forecast. We could see some gusts up to 60 miles per hour in parts of our area, San Antonio and especially the hill country. Some power outages are possible. And of course, you got to make sure those Halloween decorations are secure. Latest gusts, mostly in the 30 to 40 mile per hour range. But notice this, 5 a.m. tomorrow, our computer model showing some gusts nearly 60 miles per hour. Kerrville 59, Concan 53, Bernie, Comfort, 60 mile per hour gusts. This could be an issue for high profile vehicles tomorrow morning along I-10 north of San Antonio. Then the wind finally starts to subside by the afternoon. Temperatures taking a dip as well. Tomorrow we start the day at 55. By the afternoon we make it up to 78. Again, not as windy by the afternoon. Most of the wind during the morning up through lunchtime. Near 80 highs the rest of the week. Another chance of rain by Thursday night with another cold front.
All right. 49 for a low. Wow.
That'll be Wednesday. Yep.
All right. Thanks, Adam. All right. For anyone who thought the Spurs were tanking, apparently the young guns are not listening, Greg.
It's a ruse. If I were the Minnesota Timberwolves, I would demand to see IDs.
Yes.
Is these the same team that's supposed to be tanking?
Right.
They were up by 35 at one point tonight. The Spurs in Minnesota, we'll show you how they won their third game in a row. And the big game and our big game coverage this Friday night is that of Bulldog Nation coming up.
All I got to say is we're not going to show up on Wednesday. You take your chips off the table in Vegas, and we're not coming.
After an incredible performance tonight, Coach Pop says the Spurs are out for Wednesday's rematch in Big Board Sports. Our San Antonio Spurs continue their road trip in Minnesota tonight, looking for their third straight win against the Timberwolves. And the Spurs start out hot. Trey Jones lobs it to the rookie Jeremy Sohan for the alley-oop slam. Sohan with 6 early points. 8-3 San Antonio. A few plays later, off the miss, Jakob Poeltl is right there to tip it in. 14-6 Spurs, and the Spurs pushing the pace again. Keldon Johnson and Josh Primo for the basket, count it, plus the foul. He hit the free throw, and San Antonio leads 39-28 after 1. Early second quarter, defense turning to offense. Jones comes up with a steal. He finds Sohan again for another alley-oop dunk. San Antonio goes up 52-32. Then right before the end of the first half, Primo finds Devin Vassell at the top of the arc for a 3. With 5 seconds left, the Spurs lead 67-57 at the break. Third quarter now. Spurs still pushing the pace. After forcing a turnover, Jones tracks down the loose ball, finds Keldon Johnson and gets it to Sohan for yet another alley-oop. Yes, the score is correct. It's 78-57 San Antonio. Then Vassell strikes again with another three-pointer. Late in the quarter, San Antonio heads into the fourth up 103-71. Vassell finishes with a team-high 23 points. Keldon with 18. The Spurs survive a late Minnesota surge to win their third straight, 115-106.
They're humble yet confident. They come to play. They come to win. Obviously, you're not going to win every one, but they play like they're going to win. And that's all you can ask. You can go sleep at night when you got a group that does that.
Next up, the rematches on Wednesday if the Spurs show up.
Pro football coverage, powered by Davis Law Firm.
Dallas Cowboys star quarterback Dak Prescott was quick to give credit for the team's 24-6 win over the Lions on Sunday to the Dallas D. With Dak down 5 games, the Cowboys relied heavily on their defense to not only force turnovers, but in some cases score points as Cooper Rush stepped in to win 4 out of 5 games. But Prescott was quick not to even try to alter the team's identity, which is return, which is now defense first. Head coach Mike McCarthy was asked today if they discussed that with Prescott.
No, we didn't have to talk about it because, I mean, my personal reality is he never left. I never viewed it as him being away. He was in every meeting. I mean, he was part of the game plan discussions. I mean, he's in the building every day. He worked the same hours. So I never really felt that he was disconnected, where he wasn't totally in tune with exactly the plan, the preparation, and then ultimately the performance, the evaluation, and all that.
All right, the Bears come calling Sunday at noon. The World Series schedule is out between the Astros and Phillies. Game 1 will start it off Friday night in Houston at 7 o'clock. The big game and our big game coverage next. The big game and our big game coverage this week features #1 ranked Bernie Greyhounds and 12-12 sub-5A polo against #8 ranked Somerset Bulldogs at Bulldog Stadium this Friday night. The Greyhounds come into this game with a perfect 8-0 record, 3-0 in District 14-4A Division I, where they're averaging 45 points a game. The Bulldogs have suffered only 1 loss this season at 7-1, and that was to Antonian 45-27 4 games ago. Since that time, the Bulldogs have taken a bite out of the district opponents with wins over Kennedy, Fredericksburg, and most recently Memorial, where they're averaging 48 points in district. This is for the district title.
We're playing at a very high level, and we come out ready to play each game. A lot of energy. That's what we base our team on, have more energy and play more physical.
It's pretty fun. It's a good experience. First 8-0 team in Bernie history, and that just gives us a lot of confidence that will definitely help us out going forward.
I know they're a really good team. They're gonna give it their all. And I'm excited for that. These are the games you wake up in the morning for.
Our defense has been locked down. We're ready to go. Our offense, our run game is powerful, and our pass game is where it needs to be.
All right, kickoff in Bulldog Nation on Friday night, set for 7 p.m. The inaugural UIL Water Polo State Tournament will be held this Saturday at Josh Davis Natatorium. Brandeis became the first girls team from San Antonio to ever punch their tickets to state thanks to incredible 4-quarter rally. Broncos erased a 5-goal deficit to defeat Brennan 23-14 in the overtime in the regional final, and now they prepare to make even more history by facing Clute Brazoswood in the state semifinals Saturday at 10:30 a.m.
It's really amazing. I think it's something that's kind of unreal, and since this is the first UIL season, it's just crazy.
It feels awesome. I think it has such a great feeling to be one of the first teams to go to state, and also bring so much awareness to aquatics.
As more and more we advanced in the playoffs, we got more people and more interested what is polo, and people started to go into club practices and going to practices, so I'm really excited to see the turnout on that.
Yeah, the crowds are just keep getting bigger and bigger at these events, and glad to see that.
Absolutely. Thank you, Greg.
You got it.
We'll be right back.